put in more wow words. We don't have enough wow words. Wow words now. For some reason, I feel compelled to say that in a demanding Anna Delvey inventing Anna voice, but in reality, it came from a brand and comms manager at a rather large telecoms company, a client of the old marketing agency I used to run. We were getting ripped into. The copy I'd written wasn't exciting enough. It needed more, you guess it, wow. But are words really all that needed to turn a dull story into a compelling one? Well, you're about to find out. Welcome to Lesson 3 of my special Masterclass takeover of the Everyday Storyteller, neatly titled How to Write a Story. In the last episode, we worked through the substance of your story, all the details that go into it. And today, we're going to look at how you take the bare bones and create something that is dramatic, exciting, memorable, and most importantly, gets your audience to do what you need them to do next. Unlike my BT wow words man, I think it takes more than just a few interesting words sprinkled around to make a good story. For me, it's all about emotion and the connection this emotion creates between your audience and you. So there are 3 questions I'd like you to consider today. Number 1, what do you want someone to feel when they read your story? A sense of achievement, belonging, that they're seen and heard, joyful, in control, optimistic about the future maybe. Knowing this will guide very much how you write, the tone as well as the language. Number 2, what is the problem you're solving by telling this story? Think about what isn't working right now for your ideal client. What are they trying to fix and why can't they do it already? How will this story help them see things differently? And number 3, what's the wisdom that you bring? When we explored substance in the previous episode, I talked about positioning yourself or your products as the guru in your story, helping guide your customer through their problem and out the other side to success. Think about how your own experiences qualify you to help, how to share your wisdom and what experience working with you feels like for the hero in your story. What realization about themselves did they have after meeting you? Remember, your story is not about you, it's about your hero. Figuring these 3 areas out will really help make sure every story you write sparkles. Once you're confident in writing, there are a few other creative hacks you might want to try. First up, something called the false summit. It's like climbing a hill, thinking you're near the top, and then, up pops the real summit from under the cloud. You'll have all experienced this yourself, probably when watching a film or drama. The problem's being built, you think the hero's about to solve it and live happily after, and then boom, something else comes along that they have to overcome. Adding a false summit to your story is a great way to keep people hooked for longer and make sure they're always rooting for your hero. Similarly, emotional ups and downs really help engage your audience, showing the journey someone has been on emotionally, casting light onto maybe some of the negative emotions that they felt as well as the positive, and using sensory words to explain how you made your main character feel in order to immerse your audience's brains into the story. Metaphors, analogies, similes are also handy techniques for stories when you want to show more than you tell. Think, stuff like life is like a box of chocolate, she's a shining star, or it's as cold as ice. Maybe it's time to kind of go back and revisit some of that GCSE English. And finally, don't forget humour. Used well, humour lifts a story and can really humanise an otherwise tricky subject. Just don't forget to think about your audience and what would be appropriate for them. In the next episode, I will help you pull together all you've learned so far into your final story structure. If you haven't already done so, you can download the workbook that accompanies this masterclass for free. Details are in the show notes. Thanks.